You didn't buy this brick. You created this brick. You grew it. Every year, you have a choice. Adobe or a better garden. I'm Patti Moss Armbrister. I'm the Montana Soil Health Champion to reset the soil. In this video, I'm going to teach people how to go from this, creating this garden brick in clay soil, to this healthy, lovely clay soil that is alive and can grow super healthy plants. Reduce your weeding, reduce your watering, and have less pests and diseases all in one video. So stay tuned and let's learn. These two soils are the same clay soils, just two different management practices. One, but the old-time garden practices of using the tiller and our current practices is creating this clay soil. So these two clay soils, they're the same dryness, actually probably about the same amount of soil. In fact, this one's got way more soil in it than this one does. And I can get you to turn this one into this and become a better gardener and grow a better garden. You have a choice. It's up to you. Create this one, which is healthy, full of life, full of microbes. Microbes are helping our plants be healthy, and our plants be able to build their own immune system and create their own defense against the pests. So with these practices, we're going to create a healthy soil versus the Adobe brick, which is like that, and this is like that. Big difference. One's alive, one's healthy. This one versus the Adobe brick, nothing happened. It's like a rock. Pretty close to a rock. Which one do you think is going to be less management and lots funner to grow in? Every year, you have a choice. Adobe or a better garden. Most people accidentally are growing bricks. They think they're gardening, but they accidentally are following a recipe for Adobe, to make Adobe. The recipe for Adobe is clay, which is already in your garden, sand, organic matter like cow manure or any other organic matter, water, and mix it really good. And then bake it in the sun. And that's how you create really good Adobe. The tiller is just the mixing device to create the Adobe. So we gotta stop. The old recipe, using a tiller to garden, putting on some 10-10-10, adding cow manure, then weeding for hours, if not days. And I've been in gardens where it's weeks. And trying to maneuver around these. Not fun. A better gardener knows that every turn of that tiller is creating. So you have a choice between making more Adobe bricks in the old ways or start a better garden. Today, park the tiller, and here's a recipe to build a better garden. Number one, I'm going to stop or reduce the tilling, or at least reduce the disturbance majorly. And at least until we get our problems fixed and we stop growing bricks. Number two, mulch. Need to have at least 3 to 4 inches, and you want mulch 24/7, 364. Every day, but the day you plant needs to be mulched. Number three, calcium. We've got to flocculate that soil, so we need to add gypsum to clay, or it could be a milk or dairy product out of a real cow mixed with water for any other soils or any soil. 4, worm castings. The worm castings are going to signal to the other microbes and the plant that you have a great place to work, and they will come work for you. We have to feed our workforce. We've got to feed the microbes. we'll be feeding them sweet stuff like molasses and sugar, fish, hydrolysates, kelp seaweed. By feeding them, though, we're feeding the native microbes, plus the ones the plants are bringing to the system. More on that in another video. 6, we're going to have to feed the plant. The plant needs a multivitamin. I call it micronutrients to do photosynthesis better. Number 7 is we're going to plant deep-rooted plants like sunflowers. Sunflowers have a fibrous and a taproot both, and they can really break up that compaction, keep it broke up for you. And this isn't a one-time deal. It's taken us years to get into this mess and creating these bricks. You're going to have to repeat on a few of these steps. For sure, the mulching, like I said, 24/7, 364. The calcium, going to have to happen at least twice to 3 times a year until you can get it flocculated. And then you might want some maintenance calcium as you go. Worm casting, often as you could think of. Feed the microbes every 2 to 3 weeks or so, every month. Feed the plant every 10 days to 2 weeks. Depends on how ill your plants are or how great they're doing. And that deep-rooted plant, you want to plant deep-rooted plants every year. Forever. Now this recipe works for any size gardener. It could be a container of any size. The microbes don't have a ruler, and they really don't care what size garden you have, or how big your ranch is, or how big your acreage is. You could have 10,000 acres, and the microbes don't care. What the microbes want is a healthy plant, a roof on their house, some food on their table, air and water. And they want some friends. They need other microbes. Boy, that sounds like what people need. If you have watched this video to this point, you probably already know this is about way more than soil health. It's about growing plants that are healthy enough to heal us, that actually have nutrient density that can create a better future. I've spent years figuring out how to grow a great garden, a regenerative garden, and how to help other people grow better gardens and become better gardeners. As the Montana Soil Health Champion, I'm here to help you. Help you to get rid of your garden bricks, stop growing Adobes. And for the first time, I've made a complete blueprint, all in one place. It's a book called Better Gardens. Most people, usually wait until they have a problem to fix it. But you are one of the few who are building a legacy from the ground up. And you're going to create a better garden. Maybe a garden I can showcase in a video coming soon. You can become a better gardener. The blueprint is in my book, Better Gardens. You can pick up a pre-order copy below, or take a picture of the scan, or on my website at pattiarmbrister.com. You can get yours before the first edition even sells out. Let's keep growing together, and I appreciate you if you are one of my subscribers. You're awesome. Gives me motivation. If you're not one of us, then you can join us. Subscribe, like, share. We really appreciate if you share. We really, as a Montana Soil Health Champion, want to microbes house and keep the food in the pantry for both those tiny friends and our plants. And remember, I should not be able to tell what color your soil is when I visit your garden. And I will see you in the next video down the road.